Thank you very much for your time, guys, here on ENCA. Now, what made you decide that you were going to do this?
The situation, especially from COVID, there's been so many homeless people, and it's just increasing. And where I'm working, I'm a clothing designer, and I can give some point of relief in a small way to the problem. So that made me think to do it.
And of course, COVID-19 made matters worse. And in the past few days, we've been experiencing very cold weather. So I can imagine how cold it's been for those people living in the streets. So how are you able to distribute this creation to the homeless?
Toni?
Well, I guess the reality is that there's so much need. So, we've been going through feeding schemes and through church upliftment programs, and also just handing out on the street. So the reality is everywhere you turn at the moment, there just seems to be more and more people in need. So Carlo's idea, if we can just display a little bit of it to you, was to create jackets. And you can see inside it, there's a belt that holds it up.
There's a pocket for carrying things on, because what happens on the street is a lot of the time the guys have to leave their stuff on the street and then go and look for money and food. And often their stuff gets stolen by other people who are equally in need of stuff. So we made it so it can be portable. The main thing is for nights to keep the wind out mostly, but we've also made it so that you can use waste like newspaper and stuff to stuff into the pockets, so that it insulates. So it becomes a lightweight garment, but it can be very warm.
So I believe one of those costs about $400. I'm sorry about that. I believe one of those cost about $400, and you were able to distribute about 45 items last week. So how do we make sure, obviously the homeless won't be able to afford one for 400 Rand. Some of them aren't able to make 400 Rand even in a day. So how do we distribute? What's the plan to distribute it to the target market?
So at the moment we're doing crowdfunding. We have a Back a Buddy page. All the details can be found either on our Facebook or Instagram accounts, which is Make Good SA, or on our website www.make-good.co.za, and that'll take you through to our Back a Buddy page, so you can make a donation through there. The other alternative is to email us on info@make-good.co.za to tell us how you want to get involved or collaborate with us on further projects, or on this one in particular, sponsorship, corporate sponsorship. We're looking for anything that we can in order to try and help finance this, so we're able to keep the homeless warm.
Where exactly have you managed to distribute the jackets? I don't know if I should call it a jacket, a sleeping bag, a bag, but it's all in one. Where exactly have you been able to distribute it, and is the plan to distribute it in many parts, of course, of the country?
We joined up with a feeding scheme that works in Blagari in Johannesburg, and they feed a lot of people weekly. So it was, for us, that gave us access to the homeless people. So we went with the people, helped with the feeding that and distributing the jackets. Then I've also, as Toni said, some people have asked us what people can do is also, if they've got a person that they would like to give to specifically, they can pay for one from us and then pick it up and deliver it to the person that's in Johannesburg.
We've given some jackets out in Forwardsburg. We've given some jackets out, and we're taking some through to Pretoria today.
Auckland Park as well. Yes.
All right. I also read somewhere, Carlo, that you came up with this idea after going into the streets and interviewing the homeless.
Yes, I was also working with UJ, with the university, with some of the students who helped me also collect some information. So we interviewed people to find out a little more about the situation of being homeless. Obviously, not being homeless myself, I needed the insight from the people who were going to be using the product. And subsequently, we've had what we've done 3 now prototypes, and we're on to the 4th one, because as we've handed out and got more knowledge, we've learned more and more of what the needs are. So we were working with the people in Blairgowrie. It was quite a big group, so we had a sit-down discussion with them, and then they guided us into how to even improve further. So we're on to the 4th. Iteration, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope this initiative becomes even more successful. And well done and congratulations. That is, of course, designer Carlo Gibson and his partner, Toni Rothbart.